Hello, everyone, and welcome back. I'm your host, Veteran Mountain Man, and I just wanted to go ahead and cover this. Now, this is from the Sacramento Bee, as you can see. Non-citizens may have been added to the voter rolls, DMV says. Now, this is from an internal audit of the California Department of Motor Vehicles, which was released this Monday. Shows that 1,500 customers may have been improperly registered to vote. Now, this is based off of their internal audit from recent registrations. Now, in early September, the DMV released that it was only 23,000 erroneous voter registrations. This is an additional 1,500 errors that have occurred since then. Now, the DMV said that none of the processing errors occurred through the fault of the customer, and none of the affected customers are undocumented immigrants, at least according to them. However, if the state of California is having this many issues with voter registration and this many problems at their DMV, perhaps it's time for us to go ahead and actually do what we know we need to do, which is scrub the voter rolls. Now, the Department of Finance said that its ongoing performance audit of the DMV will include and expand components regarding motor voter programs. That is because realistically, these motor voter programs are toxic and dangerous. Now, I will admit, Tennessee has a motor voter program, Oregon has a motor voter program, Utah has a motor voter program. But when you're getting these kind of errors on a regular basis due to registration because of the DMV, it's time that we consider that there is a fundamental problem with the actions of this law. So we're looking at over 2,400 and 24,500 errors since the motor voter program in California started. Now, that's a lot of errors. That is a lot of errors. And when you start getting that kind of erroneous entry, it causes a lot more problems than most people would consider, because now you're talking double and triple registrations. You're talking people registered at the wrong address, people registered under the wrong party, people registered with the incorrect name. And the fact that the DMV is having these kind of issues means that the system is broken. Now, this should not be going on. And this should be fundamentally performing an action that needed to be discussed, which is exposing the fact that larger expansion of government intervention is fundamentally flawed. You do not create efficiency by expanding government. You instead create efficiency through shrinking government, limiting their responsibility, and allowing the individual to make more decisions for themselves. This is not what America was founded to be. We weren't founded to be a nation of convenience, or a nation where people are taken care of by their government. We were founded to be left alone by our government. The whole revolution to leave Britain was because Britain was over-governing the United States. And the fact of the matter is that Americans have subjugated themselves to over-governing. And we need to push back. So it's time that we started pushing this kind of craziness back and forcing the governments to be responsive and responsible to the citizenry, and not leading the citizenry around by the nose. Well, I want to thank you all again for joining me on this lovely day. I am going to leave a link in the description to the Sacramento Bee for this particular article. Please feel free to read up on it yourself and read through the rest of California's insane motor voter laws. We realistically, I think, need to start looking at how these things are implemented and why they are failing. Because if a state the size of California is having this many errors, imagine the error ratio in smaller states where there are fewer people and what these DMVs are doing. Perhaps it's also time to decentralize the DMVs and take them back out of the Department of Homeland Security's hands and return them back to the states as well. Well, thank you all again, and I hope you have yourselves a wonderful day.